Hey everybody, this is Alpha Zero at your service. I'm going to do a review on a new episode of Kamisama Hajimemashita Season 2. Now, for this episode, nothing much really happened in a certain way, but I think it was alright overall. Now, I must apologize for reviewing this episode very, very late, especially when it happened like especially when it came out 1 or 2 hours ago. The reason being is because many hours ago, or should I say yesterday in other cases, I was actually marathoning through Nanatsu no Taizai. I left off from chapter 40, I went from 41 to 110, and dang, those were great. Now, if anything else, I'll just get started right away, okay? Okay, at the beginning, we see to it that after the opening, Tomie and Mizuki talks about this divine assembly, this kind of thing, and they're arguing who's gonna go with who with Nanami to the divine assembly. Nanami, on the other hand, tells them to play a game to determine who goes. But during that time was like, but before all this divine game thing happened, Tomie figured out that Nanami, he figured out that the guy who gave Nanami this gave Mamoru to her just set it all up or something, which pretty upsets him a bit. So yeah, we figured out that Mamoru could actually go into a grade school like form of a human. Well, not exactly form, but he still maintains his monkey fur and tail and so forth, if you know what I'm talking about. And we see to it that, and let's get back to after the game with Mizuki and Tomie, you know. After, let me see here, a couple problems ahead of what's going on, we see to it that Mamoru warns Nanami to run because something's after her. Well, we end up seeing something's after her after she grabbed a couple plane tickets and bumped into two strange men or people that's wearing masks or something, and she ends up running to a certain playground, and she gets invaded or attacked by these people that were once gods but no longer. The human, on the other hand, I have a feeling of who he was, since he wasn't as afraid as usual. They did like the fallen gods or something, or the people that were former gods, were actually insulting Nanami and the fox, which is pretty upsetting to her. And the guy who was at the park that Nanami's trying to protect says, "Oh, look at you! What are you talking about? You're just lower than a yokai." One of the fallen gods attacked him, and this upsets Nanami and sends him away with Mamoru's help and power. And I go like, well, that's what you get deserved. Nanami wants to help him up, but he says, "You're annoying, knock it off, leave me alone, I'll be okay." I think he was going to go for a kiss, but Nanami says, "You seem to be okay, I'm out of here." And then his two assistants, the people that were trying to get airplane tickets with the strange mask, arrived, and he says, I'm going to get my real form back soon. And I go like, who is this guy? You know? But it's already shown in like the first episode of season 2 of Kamisama, so we already know who he is partly. And we get back in the shrine. Tomie says that he won, you know, that kind of thing, but Nanami ejects and tells him to guard the shrine and go to school for him, and that became very upsetting for him, and therefore Mizuki and Nanami enter trying to go to the divine assembly, but not before Nanami talks to the girl that actually likes a boy in the first season and thanks her for it and talk about what's up, you know. And however, during Mizuki and Nanami like go into this divine assembly building, Nanami gets blown off by the wind, and I'm like, oh dear lord. She sees the other gods, and most of them think that she's just a pitiful human, especially one of the war gods or something. Go like, I don't want to see you again, so get out of here since you have no special powers. And then so forth. She couldn't show any of them because she doesn't have Mamoru and she doesn't have a talisman. And I go like, oh dear, that's a pretty upsetting mark, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, we see to it that Mizuki tries to get in, but he can't get in unless he has his god with him. So that became a problem, and I go like, oh, that's what you get for just going off without her. You should have like gone with her and try to help her. Dang it. And we see to it that Nanami was trying to get to the Divine Assembly, but she gets lost and the fire went out. But a shining butterfly led her to the gates and tells her like, you have something that no one else has, you know. Every guy has a weakness, you know. One sucks at industry, one sucks at singing, the other one sucks at doing this and that. Not everyone's good at everything. So once you enter this room, you tell them what you have with your pride and proudly smile, you know, that kind of thing. Therefore, Nanami says, what's your name? But it turned into a butterfly and flew off. And I go like, well, I guess we won't find out till later, you know. So we see to it that she enters the room, and one of the guys says, I think one of the guys or gods like him says, you look interesting. Love your smile on your face. I choose you. And I go like, what'd you choose her for? And so forth. Saw the preview in the next episode. Seems to be a little, maybe, I don't know, but we see to it that Tomi is in a bad mood in the next episode, and let's see here, something about hell, about God going to hell, but I don't know. So that's about it for today. I'm gonna put it here, people. Expect my next video. If there's any other videos that I'm gonna upload, expect that one up during the day. If nothing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright, have a good day, and I'll see you on my next video. Later, peace out, bye bye.